Hey everyone, this is one last major LEGO NEXO Knights set for the season. It's the Heligoyle, or Heligoyle. Heligoyle. I personally don't care how you choose to pronounce it, but I think I can get through this pretty quickly by jumping straight into the major features. You see, this is a flying beast. It has 4 legs. The front ones are longer than the rears by far. And it has rotary wings, which is very unusual for something that's supposed to be basically alive. It would have been a shame if they had not included an easy way to make those rotor blades basically spin. But fortunately, they give you kind of a handle for a tail, which is just exposed Technic pieces, but I'm okay with that. Wish they didn't have the different color Technic pieces right here, but this is well integrated. They just give you this spinning section here that's really easy to spin up, and those are angled nicely. They're not going to strike each other. It's just, it's just good. I think it's integrated in well. Nice that they use these black pieces here with a little bit of texture. I think another option would have been to use kind of a squeezing trigger sort of thing, but that would have left more mechanism exposed around the back. This just has a gearbox that's visible a little bit from the front, and you can see there are some bevel gears that spin around. So I think that's actually done pretty well, even though I personally think the thing doesn't look like it would ever fly. It looks very awkward to me. The whole thing looks very awkward to me, but that'll be a continuing theme as I continue to look at different parts of this and let you know what I think about them. This is the head, so there's the jaw that comes down. These are the eyes, which look kind of dead, right? Not much personality, not much expressiveness there, especially when you come down from the side. I think they needed something underneath to kind of give you a little bit more coverage. Also a very flat head. I like these kind of horn elements off to the sides. Those are done pretty well. Just mostly a single piece each, but they put a sticker on top, and you get the forbidden power in the middle. So I think that part is done pretty well, kind of the hammerhead sort of look, but then this flatness here and the deadness of the eyes, not in a good way, just kind of doesn't work together so well. These legs are able, the front ones are able to ratchet forward and back, in and out. You've got a ball joint here, and then you can individually move the 3 claw fingers. That's kind of a nice look, it has nice shaping to it. You can fire studs. You got a stud shooter on each, so the idea is that this thing would kind of have ball lightning of sorts that it would be able to shoot out from either side. And then the rear legs are a little bit disappointing to me because you've got this block shape here. I'm not sure exactly how to make that look good. Tried to figure out some different things, flipping it around the other way and stuff, but just nothing seemed to really work for this for me. It allows you to get it on the ground so it's flat, and also allows you to do that when it's in the air. That's probably the best looking pose to me. That, I'm glad they didn't make it bright yellow or red. They just made it white. That is another actuator, and that's used to activate the bomb bay. So this is able to drop out a couple of bulgerons. We'll look at those more closely later on, but we just got this bomb bay on the underside, which is a good idea. You can load that up from the top, so you don't need to load things from underneath. Just pull this open and drop them down in there past the axle, the main input axle that spins the rotary wings. The control up here is just a single control stick. That's fine. It kind of looks like it might be an appendage, kind of a sensory appendage coming off the beast. Kind of makes sense to me, that it would kind of work like grabbing the mane of a horse, so to speak, something like that. So that pretty much covers it. That pretty much covers what there is here. Fits 2 figures, you've got just enough space. It's just very plain on the top for accommodating figures, but I think that's good enough. It's just a really awkward looking thing to me. I think that the action features are integrated pretty well, but it just doesn't look very displayable to me. I feel like it, at the very least, needs much larger wings to kind of pull off this sort of beast slash craft. The counter to that beast slash craft is clay, de-stonified if you will, with a flight suit. So kind of a jet suit, rocket suit thing. You could see this as being the propulsion unit, but you could also see it as a missile if you want to just kind of use your imagination a little bit more, see that actually being, fired off. Or you could just take the tip bit of it, use that as a missile that you could fire off, so that's cool. And this all just attaches directly to the back of his armor. I feel like they could have used the armor pieces in this entire series more like that, because they have the two studs back there already. It doesn't add any more to the bulk of the thing. I think it's just a really good idea to have a small brick-built attachment to put onto any one of these NEXO Knights. The single NEXO power included in this set is called Yeti Sneeze. That's kind of a funny named one, funny concept, but kind of fits in, I think. Kind of works pretty well. Double-bladed sword for Clay this time around. Let me take some stuff off so you can see the rest of the prints. So there you go, just the most standard version of Clay in Year 2 form. He has two faces, of course, two different expressions, very angry and aggressive here, and you have the metallic print that shines, especially when you look at it with the light hitting it just right. Now this Harpy minifigure is my favorite thing in the set on the whole, period. By a long shot. I like the hairpiece, which has some kind of feathers in it, and then she also has the hair that's kind of twisted around in the front. You know, it has some nice movement, nice smooth movement around the top. It's got her lightning scythe here, got those dual molded wings on the back, which can be flapped in and out. The hairpiece is a kind of rubbery piece, and it has a mini pig attachment point there, if there's anything that you want to use to decorate that up. So everything here to me looks pretty good, and there's a better look with everything removed, so you can see the full face print on this side, and she does get an alternate face as well. Yeah, this all just goes together pretty well. Not the highest level of detail, I think, in the printing on the torso, front or back, but I think it at least matches kind of the graphic style of the face print. And then here is one more, yes, yet another Stone Stomper. At least he has the head armor there, or whatever that's supposed to be, the add-on piece, and he has a basic kind of classic type of halberd, and there are clips on the beast of burden, to actually hold on to two minifig accessories, so you don't need to leave those behind, and there's his alternate face. Last up, two Boldrons. The one on the left looks like many of them have. The one on the right is relatively special with the purple color. Both of these have printed faces, and they're on the 2x2 modified round bricks that have the spikes coming off the sides. They've used these a lot throughout this series, but I think that both of these look pretty good. My favorite one is definitely the purple one between the two. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you that the name of the forbidden power here is Horrible Hunger, which is an unexpectedly perfect segue to a summary. This whole set leaves me with a horrible hunger for something better. I don't like it. I love that figure. I like that Boldron. The other one's fine too. The actions work fine, but everything about this just looks weird to me. They have some nice pieces and colors in there, but it's just something that I feel is gonna stay on shelves for a long time. There's not a lot here to really draw you in unless you're just really trying to collect the whole series. I feel like this may be the worst of the bad guy sets and the most forgettable. Feel free to disagree if you like, but I'm personally happy to be done with this and to be moving on. So thanks for watching anyway. Hope this wasn't too disappointing to you. I'll be talking to you again soon.